To finish up Module 1, let's define and quantify the value of analytic translation. Why would you invest time and learning in these skills? Why would an organization invest in having a translator? First, analytic translation creates value by reducing wasted time and money. As we covered in the introduction, an estimated 85% of analytic projects never deliver business value. Even if we conservatively say 50%, it means that half of what an organization spends on talent, tools, and data management is being wasted in the analytic arena. Pause a minute and add that up in your organization. Half the salaries, half the technical equipment, half the software, 20 hours of work every week, not creating value. What's that number for your organization? $100,000? $1 million? More? How many FTEs of work time? Dozens? Hundreds? More? Estimating that wasted time and effort has massive value. If we can cut that waste by even a quarter or a third, that's huge savings. I can promise you that in every case where I've used analytic translation tools, the goal of the project has become more clearly defined and better understood. Sometimes the eventual goal of the project were completely different from where the request started. When I used these translation skills, the team was able to answer the right question the first time, avoid unnecessary work on a less defined question, and provide insights that met the client's needs. Already, tremendous value. The second source of value created by analytic translation is expanding what's possible. While reducing wasted time and money is great, it suggests that the value of analytic translation is in cost avoidance only, rather than in producing new opportunities. So let's reframe the question. Without analytic translation, what opportunities are we missing? What hidden value remains undiscovered? What can we now achieve with more insightful translation of our data? Imagine what might be possible if business leaders better understood what is possible with their data, or if data analysts were 100% in sync with the important business objectives. I've seen amazing business breakthroughs achieved when leaders grasp what is possible, like the ability to quantify the value of investments in people by measuring net revenue per square foot in retail. It showed that experienced, well-compensated workers more than made up for their extra pay in higher revenue amounts. Or the ability to anticipate which departments were at greatest risk of frontline turnover 90 days ahead of time. In both cases, leaders originally had a vague idea about what their data could do, but now they had value in their hands they could actually use. So when businesses and analytic teams really understand each other's goals, it opens up new possibilities. Maybe it brings a new product line. Maybe it leads to more convincing marketing strategy. Maybe it proves their product is effective. So many possibilities. And they all start with the fundamentals of analytic translation, understanding and collaboration. Which leads us to the final and least appreciated aspect of analytic translation, improving collaboration. Instead of the frustration so often experienced, business and analytic teams become allies. Both teams begin to appreciate and rely on each other. Business professionals get excited about what analytics can do. Analysts get more invested in solving the real business problems, and everyone enjoys their work more. Maybe these last benefits are less quantifiable, but they certainly aren't small. A satisfying work environment pays dividends in both productivity and retention, so you get to keep your best people. If these three things weren't enough, reducing waste, generating new possibilities, and improving collaboration, I would add that for yourself, analytic translation is a very rewarding role. You see the difference you're making and get tangible results in every conversation. The goal of this first module was to give you an appreciation for why the business analytic interface is so prone to having problems, and to define the value that translation can bring. We invested time on these topics because I want you to be thinking about the challenge differently. This isn't a conflict to overcome with brute force. This is an understandable mismatch between two valuable teams who have trouble understanding each other. a challenge to approach with empathy and listening. In your workbook, I encourage you to put a number, even if it's a wide range, estimating the potential value of analytic translation from these three sources: reduction in waste, additional opportunity, and better teamwork, which translates into better productivity and lower turnover. Share this with your colleagues. Get their input. Revise it. But I guarantee you, it's a big number. Hopefully this review leaves you even more motivated to become an analytic translator. And I know you can make a really big difference. In the next module, we'll begin to explore the process of analytic translation and how to put it into action. See you next time.